Back down in the pit. It's Morgan at Wild West Garage. So today we're going to work on these pieces here. You can see that. We're going to make these patch parts here. One on both sides. If you want to see how I installed this piece, you can go back a video and see that. So anyways, let's get to work. So before I can show you the rest of the video, I just want to say that I've been having a little technical difficulty with my well, it's my phone. I'm just using an iPhone to record all these videos, and I guess this video, I tried to make this video in one, and I guess iMovie doesn't like the storage space I have available on my phone, so it's not letting me save the video. So I'm going to do this in two parts. So I did have a thank you for watching at the end of it originally, but now I'm just going to say thanks for watching now, because I had to cut the video in half. So hopefully this works out. You can see what I've done here. Got this cardboard template, roughly the shape I want. I've left extra on the bottom just because I want to. I'm going to have to roll this in a little bit on the edge. So now I'm going to close the trunk lid. There you go. Can't go wrong with that. There's a whole bunch of Bondo in this area here. And there's also an old lead repair with a dent there. It's just Bondoed over, or leaded over and Bondoed over. So I've melted all the lead off. I'm just trying to work this dent out here, and there's a bit of a dent here too. Well, I knew there was Bondo in there. So, and then if you look at this gap here, got quite a wide gap here, and then it gradually gets a little narrower there, and once it goes over the top here, it starts going down, it's a lot narrower. So I think whatever, the collision damage that was, and you can see the trunk lid is actually sticking out past this area here. This is all built up to match that. So I think this is all kind of pushed in that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bash that out. I'm going to make something that I can push this out, and that'll open up this whole gap here. This will all come out. So I'm just going to either hook onto it and bend that right out, or I'm going to just smash it out. Got this gap moving over, so basically what I'm doing is I'm holding a dolly inside here, inside this corner right here, and I'm just holding it away from the corner a little bit. So say this is on the other side, I'm holding it kind of back here, and then I'm striking this here, and it's taking material from this surface and moving it. Well, it's just basically it's going that way. It's moving material that way. So what it's doing is it's hopefully going to make this push out eventually, and then it's moving the gap that way. So I gotta work it a little bit more up here. I gotta take some more of this Bondo off. Be interesting to see what's underneath there. There's Bondo all the way up here. So this all kind of got pushed down, I guess. Well, obviously, but Just trying to, it's pretty strong. Like I've been putting this bar in here, prying this out. And it does not want to stay out. See this bar set up? Doesn't want to stay out, so I think it's just a matter of manipulating this a little bit with the hammer and dolly, and it'll go. It's fitting much better now. So a little hammer and dolly work on that. It's still a bit in right here, but I mean it's certainly fitting better. And also I grabbed so what was happening was the trunk lid, when it was closing, when it closed straight down, it overlapped, it was touching here, it was touching all along here. And then as soon as you turn the handle on the latch, it would move the whole trunk lid over that way to the passenger side. So what I did was I just opened the trunk lid about, you know, a foot or so, grabbed onto it here, and grabbed onto the other side, and just pulled it in that direction, just twisted the whole thing so it would like stay. It's amazing how strong that trunk lid is. I'm trying to, anyways, I've managed to tweak it enough to make it so it closes straight down now. So see, now it touches down, it doesn't, and then when you latch it, it doesn't move. So it's nicely centered now. Touching down here a little bit now too. So I'll have to rework this area, like from here down. I have to rework it so it gives this corner of the trunk lid some room. So it kind of moved the whole trunk, just the bottom half of the trunk, the vertical part of the trunk, moved it that way with that tweak. So anyways, that's good. It's I'm happy with how the trunk lid's sitting now, and so now I just got to go to work on getting this patch made and welded in there. So yeah, the gap's still really tight on the bottom, but I'm gonna be able to adjust up the catch to get a gap there. It's sitting right down on this piece here. So, but I got some room. I can see it's down up there. So if I raise it up a bit, that'll take care of the gap down here, and it'll match up there better. And there's another little problem with this area too. You can see that light shining through there. It's rusted out there. I think that's, I guess it's not where the dent was. It might have been a dent there, because there was filler all the way up here. There it was crumpled up there. And so when it got straightened out, there's a crease there or something, but there's kind of like a trough in the metal here. You can kind of feel it on the back side too. So it must have been all wrinkled up there, overlapped on itself, and they straightened it out, but it took the paint off here, weakened the metal, and now it's rusted out all along that line there. Anyways, it's not really affecting anything else around it, so I can just run a bead of weld down there. You can see where I moved this metal in. See, that's clean metal that was on the outside edge here before, and I moved it. That's where the corner was, right there. So I just moved it, moved the metal from the face into here. Over here at the I-beam, So you can see what I'm doing here. So I started out, I've got a bit of a curved surface here. It was a bit curved already, and I made it a little bit more with the grinder. So I've just been holding this here like this. So that's how I started out, and just knocking this over the edge, a little bit at a time, moving around. Starts to get a little bit bent. Holding it in that hollow spot there. This line, this edge here. And then you can go this way too. So this is going to want to stretch here. So basically, I'm going to help it out. Bit of a round face hammer. It's got a narrower contact area. This will do some stretching if you didn't hear that. You see how it's starting to tip up? So I'm gonna get a ball peen hammer and just really go at this and stretch it out. So I guess up until the first of this year, I was working as a heavy-duty mechanic. So prior to the beginning of this year, for the last 14 years, I've been working as a heavy-duty mechanic. So over the years, I've collected quite a few what I call shapes, metal objects that have shape to them. And this is a bearing race that I got at my last job. Actually, the shop, the guys that were sharing the shop with us, they were rebuilding a grapple yarder, and this was one of the bearing races out of one of the winch assemblies. So this radius closely matches that radius that I'm working on there. So I'm going to use this and just beat this over the edge of this bearing race. And of course, this is very hard material. You're not gonna dent this. It's gonna stay nice. So I mean, you could chip a piece off it, I guess, if you hit it directly with a hammer. But I'm not going to do that. So you can see that very closely matches that radius. It's a little bit. This is actually a little bit tighter, but if I hold it, just where I want to hit it, like I can move this around, rock it back and forth, and So wherever I'm hitting it, I'll just make sure it's contacting the bearing race on the back side here, and see how that goes.